Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic, and today we're back with another Microsoft Flight Simulator video, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at the A5 Realism mod. It just recently came out. It's not the first A5 mod, and I do believe I've covered different A5s in the past, but this one is new and we're going to take a look at it. And what does it do? It basically adjusts a bunch of parameters to try and make it match the real aircraft, to try and make it realistic. It even includes the POH inside the download you get. It is a freeware on flightsim.to, and as always, I will have a link in my description down below if you want to check this out for yourself. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, it helps me out a lot. And it also lets me know you guys enjoy the content. And thank you very much for the 1,000 subs. Thank you, thank you. And look at this, it's the default A5. So there's not like a whole lot we can take a look at on the outside. It's the default A5. We do have a adjusted viewpoint as well. So this is a little bit different. This does mention there was a reduced control sensitivity and twitchiness, and we're gonna have to take a look at this mid-flight. Improve the trim response and accuracy. There's also a whole bunch of changes. It should be included in the readme file. Okay, looking good. And in case you are wondering, VFR map, open up please. There we go. This is where we're at. We are at New Zealand. Good old New Zealand. And let's turn on you. There we go. Strobe coming on. Okay, looking good. And I did turn it on. Yep. Did open the fuel. Okay. Let's get this going. There we go. Looking good. Okay, let's do nav lights, taxi lights. And we're gonna taxi out of here. So, this is the default A5, as you can see. I do wish we had the G3X maybe, or the G1000, either one, so we could have the autopilot. I think it's the G3X that you can actually click and open up the autopilot if you have the working title mod. Okay, let's release the parking brake. Okay, let's taxi out of here, turning this way so we don't really hit the guy too hard. There we go. Now we just have to follow the taxi line. Okay, looking good. We are on clear weather as usual. So as we are taxiing, what does it look like doing full rudder left, full rudder right? So we are very mobile. We can turn quite well. One thing that I didn't know, if you're taking off from a runway, you take off flaps up on this, and if it's on a water surface, you do full flaps down. Just gonna reach the end of the runway, we're gonna turn around, and we do have some water nearby. I'm gonna show how this basically responds to flight. We're gonna land, take off. Okay. Slow down. You do not want to take any turns going too fast. You can guess what happens. Okay, taxi lights are still on. Okay, landing lights. So let's do full throttle. We do have more than enough runway. There we go, rotate. And gear up. Gear coming up. As you can see, gear came up. Let's see if you can look at both the artificial horizon and the joystick. There we go. So it does mention reduced control sensitivity and twitchiness. It does seem to be quite responsive. Okay, so I would say we're kind of trimmed. I'm gonna put my joystick back, all the way back, and there we go. I didn't really do any sudden movements, so this is how fast this pitch is. And I didn't really pull this too fast. Let's level off again. And once again. Yeah, I'm not sure how the real aircraft should behave. But I do feel like maybe tone it down slightly. A little bit more, you know. So we turn. There we go. And I'm gonna pull my joystick all the way to the left. This way you can see how fast this rolls. And not fast at all. Let's level off again. And all the way to the right. Yeah, this is how fast this rolls. So it's not one of those acrobatic aircrafts. Now I'm gonna pull the throttle back all the way. And we're gonna land somewhere. Ideally the water, ideally in one piece. Go. As soon as we lose enough speed below 70, I'm just gonna go full flaps. Go 72, 70. Just gonna go full flaps. I'm gonna make this easier for me. There we go. And let's get closer. And then what I want to do for landing is I want to keep this angle of attack. This is the angle of attack. I want to keep this in the yellow. And then I'm going to try and keep the vertical speed not too high by controlling the throttle. Okay, so we are at 160, 150, 140. Okay. Now we can start slowing down. Just gonna make sure the landing gear is up. It's up. There we go. Angle of attack. Yellow, please. There we go. I'm just pulling the joystick back. Okay, giving it some more throttle. A little bit more. And it's gonna... You're gonna reach a point where you just barely touch the water. And you just have to go idle when you do. And exterior view, this is what it looks like from the exterior view. And you just have to control the throttle. You basically hold your angle of attack and then releasing the throttle just a little bit. There we go. There we go. And we're gonna try and make this as gentle as we can. And we did lose a little bit of altitude. I'm just doing this slowly just so I can show the best way to land this. There we go. You can see. I am pulling the throttle back, and I don't have the angle of attack in view here, but I am just holding my joystick and pulling the throttle back. There we go. And this is what the landing looks like on the outside. We do have some movement that we can control without using the water rudder. So that's nice. That's very, very nice. Let's bring up the VFR map real quick. I guess if we go this way, we have the airport. So we can do that. Not too long ago, one of the updates added something really, really nice. If you have a amphibious plane, such as this one, you can basically drop the landing gear in water, and you can transition from the water to the land. And that's very, very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna show what it looks like. We have land right there, and this is the landing gear. So I'm gonna go to the exterior view just so I can show what it looks like when you drop the landing gear. I just pressed the landing gear hotkey, and we should be aiming towards the shore. Yes. Okay, let's give it a little bit of throttle, and let's go flaps up. Reduce the drag a little bit, and you can kind of see the landing gear from this angle. I mentioned this addition because early on this was not possible. So if you're flying the A5 or a different amphibious aircraft, doing this wasn't really a thing. So it's really nice. I like being able to do this. And look at this beauty. Okay, let's go idle. I do know we have the runway right there, so we're just gonna taxi into the runway like this. And if you're curious about all the changes in this aircraft, I feel like it's best if you read the changelog. I haven't really noticed a big difference in the control sensitivity area, but it is enjoyable to fly. I do feel like there's a difference in the trim. Okay, let's go. Nope. 3D vision. Here you have active flight plan. Direct to map. Okay, that's the map. Yeah, I'm not gonna taxi all the way back there. We barely need any runway here. There we go. Full throttle. Rotate. There we go. It is an aircraft to fly low and slow. Not too low, not too slow, but still. You're not gonna go too fast here. It does have autopilot, but you do have to use the hotkeys. So if you changed the autopilot hotkeys for your game, for your Microsoft Flight Simulator, you just have to go there, make sure you know what you set it to, you know, and then you can just, I believe it's like Z for the autopilot, and then Control H, I believe, is the heading bug, and that's how you're gonna have to deal with the autopilot. I do feel like using a different system here would kind of help a little bit. I think it's the G3X that we have on the, I think it's the X-Cub, that we have the option to click on it and select the autopilot if you have the working title mod. And quite frankly, I feel like if you fly this, the all the working title mods are pretty much required. They really improved the G1000, the G3000, and the G3X. They really improved those. I feel like they are a requirement. This is the A5 Realism mod. As always, I will have a link in my description down below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, it helps me out a lot, and it also lets me know you guys enjoy the content. And again, thank you very much for the 1,000 subs, thank you, and wherever you are, I hope you stay safe, fly safe, bye bye.